up? We are back. KKP in the house.
Took a little short break.
Yeah. I came to visit you.
Yes.
Now you're here visiting us.
Yes. We went to the Las Vegas Luxor Mountain.
Yes, the
And
pyramid.
did a lot of self-reflection.
Yeah, by the pool, I think.
By the pool, cabana style.
Yeah, we even seen some of you guys point and say, are those two weird guys?
We were kind of like imbibing. I'm Ron Xia. This is Sifu Gus Shotgun, and of course our lovely SOV Louis.
Son of the village.
Yes, by the way, that's what it means.
So, like you say, like a lot of people have been commenting
Oh, yeah.
and asking us things, and one of the things they've been asking us is Tai Chi.
Tai Chi
Combat.
The first one I want to do is play the lute.
Play the lute.
Which I call the Elvis.
Elvis. I call it jazzy hands.
Because usually, don't they show that it's a arm blockage?
Yeah, I've seen it a few different ways. Yeah.
Right. I like.
What would you do?
Well, first of all, I need to break down anything that's coming after me. So he's gonna hit me. I'm gonna come back and hit like so, and it's continuing here.
Oh, nice.
Right. So if I do that, making sure I step down, he's gonna hit me. Right. I'm gonna come back here, making sure my head gets out of the way. Hit to the neck. Right. Oh, what's another time? Oh, so from there, silk reel here. Right?
Did you just prepare to get hit? I think we've done way too many KKPs.
I saw. Yeah, he's getting like, okay, I'm gonna get hit there.
We may have to fingerprint him so he didn't send somebody in that looks like him.
So, you Tai Chi practitioners, you understand stepping down, right? For you guys who don't understand what that means is, this is stepping back. This is stepping down.
With a purpose.
Exactly.
One has a purpose.
Right. Because if I don't step down, I don't have an anchor, I don't have a power, a base. So what I do is, that as he comes through, I'm gonna step back. Whoa! I'm gonna make sure my head is out of the way. Hit to the face, right? Oh, come over here. Boom. Come through. We can do totally Tai Chi stuff. We can do it this way, right? Pop, pop, pop. Right? Come in. So slide in. We're gonna bring this in. And we're gonna hit with our shoulder. Right? Of course, nothing's gonna happen to that. Make sure you finish him off. Right? We're just doing fun stuff.
Yeah.
One more time. So as I go, oh no! Pop. Making sure this covers your face. You can hit across, right? And then come in, hit, any which way you want. One more time. This way. The main thing is play the lute thing. So here. Notice he's getting real close. If you don't do anything, he's gonna hit you. Make sure you fold that in. He's gonna fall into me, so I'm gonna make sure this blocks through, continues. Here, boom. Right? That is a very nice way of doing things. I could just want to grab that. Cover your heart, Indy. Cover your heart.
So I am going to play the lute as well. This time I'm gonna go off of a left hand strike. So he throws, I'm catching him here.
Ow.
Right? So I like the fact that I go here and I'm driving. So what I'm hitting is, I don't want to hyperextend the SOV's arm because he only has one left arm. But I'm gonna do this nice and slow. When I hit, right, I'm driving, pulling with the left, pushing with the right. Hyperextend the arm if you can see that, okay? But I'm hitting it right above. And if I miss, I'm moving this hand out of the way, right? So I should be redirecting the energy, right? Because it looks like, well, he would have just got hit. But actually, just so you know, this is here. I've already moved it. It's this far away, okay? So he comes, right? There's the body right there, right? Now, there's so many fun things you can do. Here, let's come on this side. Why deprive them of that? So when I move, I'm stepping down and I'm driving, right? Through the arm. One more time. Right? Stepping back, playing the lute, right? Now what I like about this, and a lot of people do this, right? Let me do the move first. I'm gonna pull his weight off balance, take him, and stone. What a lot of people do when they're doing these moves, right? Boom, right? What they do is they pull the person back, right? Do you see what his left leg did? See how it moves? What you want to do is transfer the weight, drive down, and before the leg moves is when you sweep, right? That's the way you do it. Right, so one more time. Right. Oh, right? And it's Tai Chi. Wham! I think it's Tai Chi. All right, so let's go back to this side. So here, boom, got the loop, right? Okay. Now I'm gonna push his weight there. Now, let's say if you're a much smaller person and you're dealing with a much bigger person, right? And you want to create some pain in the middle of that, because my issue, and let me know what you think about this, a lot of martial arts is really stand-up grappling now. Right. It's not striking like it used to be, right? So even a move like this, right? You can come in, drive, give a dead leg if you want, push his weight, and then there's your takedown, right? Be careful giving someone a dead leg, they hate it every time. However, you find someone who likes a dead leg, be careful. Anyway, so that's how I would do my version of playing the loop. You know, Tai Chi is a higher form of understanding, because it's, you know, you see these really cool moves that people do, but to put them into combat, of which I personally think is where they function the best, because you have a greater understanding of relaxation, attention, you know, how to generate force on a much higher level.
And how to cope with impact.
Right.
And remember, combat, fighting, anything, it's much like our clothes. You know, one size does not fit all. Right. So without the San Sao, without the combat practice that you do, you can't see. I see people doing this, and then here, and here, and here. Who are you? I'm fighting somebody who's really, really tall right now. It should be like this, right?
You know, because there's videos out there and they show you Tai Chi Combat, But I think there's a difference between understanding how to utilize something that appears so soft,
right,
and that can be so devastating, and getting a chance to do it. And I think that's why a lot of, you know, as we've seen in China, some of these Tai Chi masters get beat when real force comes at them.
Right.
You know.
There's that whip. So what my brother did was, that's fine too. Here, he went like this and basically brought it up. There's another. There's the opposite. The other way is coming down here as you bring it up in that way, right? And then from there, well, you can do whatever here. Whatever.
I like that. The other one is fair lady work triples. So if he throws a left, boom, right? And then, because it's Tai Chi, the yin and yang, we're circular, I go here.
Nice.
Wham!
See? Nice stuff, right?
And that's Tai Chi. All I did, that's literally it. That's literally all I did. But here's the thing. The SOV understands, and we only have one SOV so far. But the reality is I'm gonna go nice and slow. If I hit him, boom, look at what his body did, right? And that's without the shocking force of the strike. So when I move, I'm actually setting his body up. What I like about the Tai Chi movements, to me, they're setups. Like what you just did, what I did was a setup to something else. Because here's the thing you need to know. This is just application, it's not combat. That's just application.
Photo moment.
Right, smile. But combat is when you finish it and then finish him, which is not very Taoist of us, but kind of Taoist.
Okay, here's another one. So this is what my brother and I do all the time. So you have this, we just did that. It not necessarily have to be on his arm, right? He could punch, right? I go here, I hit to the face, I come here, I do this, and then do this. I just did a reverse, and
Here's
then
the loop.
bam, and then to the loop again. So you're having, you have your Texas Walker break the neck thing and then bring it back, whatever, right? So you could change that. Push hands is a great exercise to do on the head. Push face.
Right? I like punch hands or punch face.
Because these guys are doing great.
Yeah.
Imagine you do that to the steering wheel of the body, which is the head, right? Imagine your power with you doing that. So many of you guys always say, "Oh, we're never ever touting we're badasses or we could fight better. We're better fighters than you." We never do that because there's always somebody better. Right?
And that doesn't help the concept because you can kick our ass or we can kick your ass. That doesn't help us. We want to make Kung Fu better. What are you going to add to it? Beating me up or beating him up or us beating you up makes no difference at all. That still doesn't help Kung Fu. How does it help Kung Fu? How does it help your training? And that's all I care about.
Exactly.
So when you guys send us those funny little messages, we just kind of laugh at them. Because
we get them all the time.
Right. We'll be like, okay, you're right. Whatever. On to the next thing.
Right.
And we've been called a lot of things online.
Yes. So it really is just we're ducks. It'll just roll off our back.
Right.
So because we have nothing really to prove, we are just trying to give out to our brothers and sisters out there.
Right.
What they already know, but we're showing them the San Sao training way of getting back that lineage, that teeth of Kung Fu.
I have another one.
Go for it.
Okay, so waving hands like cloud. Okay, all right, Luis is gonna throw me a right. Up, down, right? Oh, you can go needle with the bottom of the seat. Wham!
There you go.
Wham!
Let me see that again.
So he throws.
Nice.
Needle the bottom of the seat. Wham! It'd be knee to the SOV at the bottom of the seat. Right, and so I like moving.
Right.
There, I'm right there. Now, if you want to add a leg takedown to it, right, then you can do that as well.
Correct. So, cloud hands. Cloud hands. Cloud hands.
You're trying to make it register in your head,
Cloud
hands and cloud.
Cloud hands. Cloud hands. Cloud hands. Okay. Left straight kick. Left straight kick. Right. Here. So I'm gonna get out of the way. I would have gotten hit. So here, and then come across. And then here. I get the groin again.
Also, a question came up. Where the question was, no one's going to tell you what punch they're going to throw.
Correct.
And when I had to correct the person on, I go, this is just one scenario. How do you get better at throwing a jab? You throw a jab at something, maybe the air first, then you hit a bag, then you hit a person. This is just a progressive action. So when you see us doing things like that, there is a time that this will all be random. We just don't do it on camera. We tend to do it in our training, and when we have seminars, we'll do it.
Right.
And I will tell you something that most people always say to me, and I'm pretty sure this has been said to you. They're shocked at how easy we make it look under pressure.
Right.
And this is not to float our boat, but this is the way we practice. So when you have a scenario when a person wants to throw a punch at you and kick at you, what we do is we work, and the great thing about Tai Chi is you work and also on how to be calm on the inside so you can see things clearly.
Right.
So that's why if you guys have a question on, well, no one's going to just throw that punch, no one's just going to do that. Well, this is just one part of the 360 workout.
Right. Sometimes I give people a test on their, how can I say, 4D type of reaction. Because if I tell him, just throw something at me, just slow down and we'll see. If that person bunches up, like when my brother always shows when people kind of get it and surprised, even with a slow punch, right? And he goes, because they're used to being punched this far away, right? You have to hit the face, right? And if that person is doing that again with a little bit of weight, and then you do this, that means you got to work on something, right? And that's good, because now you understand you got to work on that. And you already have all the bullets. your forms, your training, your lineage, your all that stuff, right? San Sao is just a training method.
Most people think, well, I've practiced this for a long time, so it translates. But not everything translates so easy into San Sao. And what we're talking about in San Sao, we're talking about dealing with pressure, understanding how to keep your wits about yourself, and pull the training methods out. I've had many people, I know you have too, where they've trained for a long time and then all of a sudden pressure hits. Not real pressure. I don't even call it real pressure. I just call it pressure. And then everything goes out the door.
Right.
And what San Sao prepares you for is to make sure. And that's the thing for you guys who are at schools and watching this. Do you have a drill that measures that for you? You know?
If you do, tell us what you have.
That's awesome if you
Right.
do.
We do.
Because I know that, you know, there's some people who do, let's give a style, monkey style, let's say that, right? And all of a sudden pressure hits and they're bouncing until there's no monkey style anymore.
Right.
You know, none of those things. And people, well, it's layered in their movements. Okay, that's cool. I get that. Right. That's cool. But do you know where yours is? Are you going to bounce back to, you know, all that, you know, crane's fist and tiger claw? Does it translate into your hand-to-hand combat under pressure? The key is pressure. Key word is pressure. So can you do it? And that's what King Kong Palm is trying to present, and what we're trying to present this San Sao method to people.
Right. And don't do Tai Chi like Tai Chi competitions. Those are mega athletes.
Yeah.
You know, sciatica.
Oh, I started thinking about the pain when you said it.
Right, right. I mean, we're not. I mean, even the silk reeling. So if he do a left kick, so just here. So I'm gonna step back. That motion of hitting at that reel. It's not to look cool and go like this. It's once you get the impact and you stiffen yourself up to launch that person, so you can go someplace else. So once more time. So here. You're gonna stiffen yourself and then you relax again. That is self-reeling. If you don't know that, try it. It's such a powerful technique. Right?
Well, and the other thing too is people like, well, I only do Tai Chi for health. I go, you know what's great about Tai Chi for health? If you have Luis throw me a punch, right? And I do fairly work shuttles and I do something and he throws me another punch right away and I move and I come around and I slide up again. And I have him do that over and over and over again. Then I do that to him as a workout partner. That's fitness with a purpose. Like, why are you practicing those moves, right?
And you also understand the moves better.
You understand them on such a, matter of fact, it's so funny. Remember, we were in Wudong and the instructor was trying to teach us something. We're like, I don't get it. And then I'm like, how does it work? And he did it on Louise. We're like, oh, now we get it now. And that's how it works. And that's a practical use of Tai Chi to me. Now, if you're not interested in having a workout partner throw to you and all that good stuff, then, you know, God bless you, keep going with your health thing, and that's cool. But if you want to get deeper, then you got to do something like this. And so what I like about it is, how do you use it? That's unarguable.
Right.
When someone
and
really shows
again, with that, everybody has a certain size and clothing.
Right.
And when you learn Tai Chi, you start. I regard it as like, once you learn some sort of 24 forms, whatever. Put it in that what my brother just showed you.
Yeah.
Right. That is not that. It is not sparring.
Yeah.
Look at every YouTube street fight out there, guys. Does it look like sparring? No. It's like two very angry worms trying to have sex. And remember, combat is like saying a duet, right? And if you put up something, oh, this is a combat thing, and there's only one person, you're having a duet solo. That's a solo.
Yeah, a solo.
That's a solo, buddy. You know, you need
another person
to work things out, right? As scattered as we are, Tai Chi is vast.
Yeah.
Right? And fun.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of things there that you can only understand if you put it in a San Sao format.
Yeah.
And
looking at it from the simple fact of, if SOB, grab me with one hand by the throat. Okay, do me a favor now. Grab me pretty hard. Okay, now if I said you had to use Tai Chi right there, could you do it? Could you do it? And because what you're going to feel, if some of you guys are going to practice, what you're going to feel is you think you're going to go into a move, and you're going to tell the person to really try to grab you. And what happens is you're going to go off balance and you're going to go into a panicked act. Remember, it's not how the Tai Chi moves work is you have to be calm. That's the other part, right?
Right.
It's very easy to do them if you understand that principle, but if you haven't controlled your emotions, there's no way. So it's very hard to do it that way.
Also, one of the things, the pitfalls that in forms, that it's something that I see a lot about Tai Chi motion practitioners do, is they wait for that specific attack. What if a specific attack doesn't come? Right? And even if you are waiting for that, you're going to get hit. Right? Because when he comes closer, I'm not caring what he's going to do. Right? So, I already got him. So, but anyways, but I'm not caring on what he has to do. That is what San Sao is. It makes you realize, it makes you non-expectant and lets your body just move. Right?
Sweet. Yes. Love that. On that note?
Nope.
All right. Excellent. All right. I'm glad to be back.
Which hands?
I like hit hands better. Hit hands. Knee
Well,
hands.
I like
knee hands.
I like the Caribbean version. It's push groins.
Push groins.